This seasoning is for my fried chicken. You guys have been asking for this recipe. So you guys know I love Flavor God seasonings, and you can find those seasonings on flavorgod.com. I love spicy food, so does my family, so that's where the crushed red peppers come in. I never seem to use the same seasonings every single time, but this is what works. And this is what I'm using today. And I love organic chicken wings from Whole Foods grocery store. So that's what I'm using. Okay, get your seasoning together. You can also add seasoning salt if you want more flavor, or adobo if you want more flavor. It's up to you. I always mix my chicken with cold water. Always mix my chicken hot before I season it. I think that's really important. Rinse, do it over again until your water is clear. See how it's foggy? So I keep doing this until it's clear. See? Goodness. After I rinse my chicken, I use a ziplock bag so that this is what I'm going to use to season my chicken. I'm going to put all my seasonings in here. I find that it's easier for me to mix the seasoning on the chicken evenly. So you can use a bowl, you can use your hands, you can do it however you feel is necessary and convenient for you. But this is what works for me. I also use a ziplock bag because after I season the chicken, like so, if I want to store it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to fry it, then it's much easier to store it this way. You can just seal it and pop it in the fridge. But this is what my chicken looks like after I season it. This is the cooking oil that I use to fry my chicken. I've used this for years. You can use whatever you like, what works best for you. It's my cast iron skillet that I absolutely live by. I'm gonna pour a little bit more oil in here, and the fire is on high. Just until it warms the grease up or gets the grease hot. In this same Ziploc bag that I marinated my chicken and seasoned my chicken in, I'm going to use it also to put my flour in there. This is the flour that I use. Can't have fried chicken without flour. Unless you do it this new school way with that air dry thingy. But I'm not into that. I really wish that you guys could smell how good this seasoning smells on this chicken, and it's not even cooked yet. It smells so delicious. I added a little more grease. I also turned my fire down to a medium instead of high because my grease is getting hot. And I I did that because I wanted it to be ready by the time that I was done flouring my chicken. I wanted the grease to already be hot. Covered my chicken with some flour inside of the Ziploc bag. And I'm going to mix it and make sure that it's all evenly covered. Okay, you can see that all of the chicken is evenly covered and mixed well with flour and seasoning. And we are going to start frying it. So I want to check to make sure that my grease is hot enough. And you see it's boiling when I douse a little flour in there. So that lets me know it's ready to start frying my chicken. And just put it in, no special order, as long as they're not on top of each other so that they can evenly fry. I think that's most important. And as they fry, it'll make more room because the chicken is going to shrink a little bit. I try to add enough grease to where the chicken is almost entirely covered, kind of like a deep fry. But if not, then you just flip it and turn it so that you make sure it's fried evenly on both sides. All of the chicken is in. Frying, I'm gonna turn my heat up a little bit. With the grease a little hotter, cook a little faster. It's like it's on a medium heat. It's kind of like a medium low when I first put them in. I am all about an easy cleanup, so this now I can just throw in the garbage. I don't have to wash any dishes or use the dishwasher for it. I hate how thick the flour gets when it's wet, so this is why I choose to use a Ziploc bag, or you can use a grocery bag, whatever works for you. My chicken has been frying for 10 minutes. It's hard to turn them over once they shrink a little bit, especially these party size wings, because they're just gonna like flip back over on their own, but I just keep flipping them until they get an even fry on both sides. Chicken is done. It's perfect. Fried to perfection. This is my husband, well, one of my husband's favorites, fried chicken.